Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining me again. You have came to the right place. It's Naturally Nat. And today you're probably wondering, what am I holding in this box here? Well, what I'm holding is a flat of peaches. What are we going to do with them? Well, we thought about making a peach cobbler, but we're going to make a peach crisp in line with our rhubarb crisp that we made in another video. So I'm going to take out these beautiful peaches here. We're only going to use, I don't know, how many did we decide for 3 pounds?
That's about 7 to 8 peaches.
7 to 8 peaches equals 3 pounds?
About, yes, for these size peaches, yes.
Okay, so we're going to be back in a few minutes. I'm going to rinse these, slice them up, and I'll see you when we put this together. Back again. Boy, we got the peaches peeled. I forgot what a big deal that was. I haven't worked with peaches in a while. And they're tight little skins, but as you can see, I got them cut to roughly 1/4 inch planks. They don't have to be any particular perfect style, right? They're really juicy. Are these from Colorado, these particular peaches?
I think so. I'm not quite sure.
Okay. They're really, really good. And then over in here, this is what we got, because this is our glue, if you will. What we got in here is 2 tablespoons of, what should we get? Cornstarch, is that right? Let me think here. I gotta look at my recipe. Under here. Okay. What I got in here, I was looking at the wrong place. I got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. That's the liquid that you see down here. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. A 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And those 3 pounds of peaches that I'm going to add to this. But first I'm going to give it a little zug. I know it sounds like a lot of cornstarch, but remember, these are really juicy. The lemon.
I'm sorry, is zug a, technical term in cooking?
Yes, zug is very technical. The lemon juice I get kind of miserly with because I don't often have lemons, but I think it's necessary in this case because the peaches are so sweet. We need a little acid, if you will, to get things together. And I'm going to go ahead just stir that a little bit. We've got a little helper down on the floor right beneath me. Her name is Rosie. She just got her hair cut. She's looking for peach juice, and she's got her pink pearls on.
Oh, so she can clutch her pearls when you say something like zug.
Clutch those pearls, Rosie. Okay. She might bark, but that's okay. We're all good. So I got the peach glue, if you will. Get that really mixed in there well. Oh, we forgot to turn the fan off. Sorry about that. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, I apologize. I'm going to add our peaches to the glue. There's Rosie down below. No, you can't have a peach, Rosie. I don't know if doggies are supposed to have peaches. Probably not. Not little ones.
Well, definitely not the pits. Those are...
I think those are toxic.
Yep.
The dogs.
I think to everyone.
Yeah, I think so. You know, Ina Garden used to say, or she still says, clean hands are cook's best tools. I'm going to use my hands because I just want to make sure the glue, if you will, and no, I didn't pet Rosie before I did this. But I'm going to get that glue, if you can see, Daniel, how that glue's really in there nice and evenly. I say evenly because we've got to make sure that cornstarch is really thoroughly encasing the other ingredients. I'm going to go ahead, put those down in this is a 9 by
13?
No, it's the next size down, but it's a 2-quart baking dish. It's what I call the 1 size down from the 9 by 13. And that's about what we need here. Smooth that out. That looks really good and shiny and delicious. Grease it well. Okay, you don't have to flour and grease for this particular one. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put together the topping. And the topping actually has a lot more ingredients. There's a lot going on here. A little burned walnut. We don't need that in here. Got about 2/3 cup of walnut. The recipe itself calls for chopped up small pecans, but I don't like to get those unless they're on sale, and they weren't on sale. Then we have a stick of room softened butter. We have in here we have 3/4 cup of packed dark brown sugar, 3/4 cup of flour, and again we'll put this in the show notes when we get that up and running. We'll have a 1/2 cup of rolled oats in here, the nuts, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a note on nutmeg I want to talk to you about. Here's my nutmeg, sorry about that. Really get this kind, get the real, a lot of people don't know this, get the real nut itself. And the nut is so much fresher than using any of that garbage in a, looks like that kind of. And then what you need to use that, you don't need to do it, you don't need to wash it or peel it or anything like that, but you need to use a microplane like this to get it grated. And it makes a big difference, not just in this dish, but in, if you were making a bechamel sauce, something like that, makes a big difference. So I got that in here. I think I mentioned everything. And I'm gonna do, first I'm gonna do a little bit like this. Again, your hands, cook's best friend. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add the butter. And the main thing here is I wanna make sure the flour is evenly oh, it smells so good. Evenly distributed with all the other goodies. Now, like in one of my other videos, if you want to make this a little bit healthier, you could put in chia seed or you could put in flaxseed. That would be good too. That adds crunch and then it adds a little bit of nutrition. Add those nuts, put those guys in the pool. Now we're gonna get this super soft. When I made a rhubarb crisp, that called for melted butter, but this one just calls for super soft, not melted butter. So we get that in there. Here's kind of a fun tip. Throw these in a Ziploc in your freezer, and then you can use these to grease pans so you don't get it all over your hands. All right, I'm gonna work this in. It feels good. You get to get your inner child in here because it's super oogie, sticky and weird, but it smells wonderful.
Oogie, another one of those kitchen technical terms.
Yes, very technical. You know, I'm sure I got it from PBS or something. We're gonna get this, oops. It's a good thing my little dog Rosie doesn't know what I'm doing because she'd be right at my feet if she knew what I was mixing here because it smells really good. And this is gonna be like the topping to the rhubarb crisp. It's gonna be kind of like wet sand. That's how they describe that, wet sand. And I think this is getting close. When you're at the beach and you're at the edge and the sand is just a little bit wet and it sticks between your toes, that's what you're going for here. Get rid of all that dry feeling.
Yes, we want to have sticky toes while cooking.
Sticky toes while cooking is nice. We're gonna sprinkle that evenly around here in little clumps and clusters, that's fine. This is the part where you have to really resist the urge to want to lick your hands because yeah, it's that good. It smells really good. And you know what would be good with this? We'll see what would be good to serve with this once this is baked out of the oven and cooled off a little bit, but still a little bit warm, is whipped cream, whether you whip it yourself or if you get the kind that's made at the store, or better yet, vanilla ice cream, right? All right, I think that's pretty even. My hand's kind of a mess. Daniel, you can come here and take a look at it with the camera while I rinse my hands off enough to put this in the oven. So with my messy hands, I'll see you back in 50 minutes when this thing comes out of the oven. All right, we're back again. I just took the peach crisp out and it's a beauty. Check this out. We got this lovely soft kind of pinkish orange, unlike the rhubarb, which is a really light pretty pink, if you will. And then we have this lovely golden crispy top. So this is something that's going to be eaten and enjoyed later. You don't want to eat this when it's hot, as tempting it is. I took my finger and stuck it in the corner for just a second. It was scalding hot. So definitely let it cool for 30 minutes. Check the show notes for the full recipe. And you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.